Hi there Star Wars collectors, and welcome to another Bossk Bounty video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look through all of the reveals from PulseCon 2021 for both the Vintage Collection and the Black Series, including a look at the HasLab Rancor. Just a heads up that many of the non-exclusive items will be available to pre-order, and I have provided a link in the description below for both UK and US collectors. So if you happen to enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe if you are new, and let's get into this. Okay, so first off, let's talk about the Vintage Collection. First of all, I want to talk about what is new in the line, even though this doesn't match the order in which things were shown. So first up, we have an awesome Mandalorian build-up pack, which features a Beskar Mandalorian, Grogu, and some of the spiders featured in Episode 2 of Season 2 of The Mandalorian. They actually accidentally revealed this while revealing the Black Series version. They accidentally put the image of the packaging for the Vintage Collection up on screen while showing the figure. I found that quite funny, and I was shocked to see that we also would be getting this figure in the Vintage Collection. Now I've got to say, I do love this set. The Mando figure has a newly sculpted leg to match how he looked in the episode. The inclusion of rocker ankles is a massive plus for this figure, as none of the previous Mandalorians do have that. Plus you get all of the awesome accessories, including one adult spider and two baby ones. It's going to be fun to try and find a star case to fit this if you're a carded collector, as this looks to be a much bigger card than your standard card backs. Next up, we got to see the Navarro Cantina playset, which once upon a time was a pipeline reveal on a previous live stream. Now I've got to say, I do think they have done a brilliant job with this set. The great thing is that we do pretty much have all of the figures needed to recreate the showdown from the end of Season 1. And the set itself is modular, so you can buy multiple, but I think you can easily get away with just the one set. I love the battle damage window, and I'm pretty sure I did hear them say that you can swap out that piece for a non-damaged version, which is awesome. Lots of nice detailing on the actual bar with cups and bottles and things like that. Now the pack-in figure is a Death Trooper, which will be on a Mandalorian card, very similar to the carbonized version that we got in the first wave of carbonized figures. However, to me, the figure itself looks no different to the Death Trooper that we got on the Rogue One card. Next up, we got to see another 4-pack, which unfortunately again is only available on Hasbro Pulse and Shop Disney, which is a massive shame. This time they went for the Rebel Fleet Troopers, which I guess is an obvious choice considering that they've already done the Stormtroopers. This is going to go very nicely with the Tantive 4 playset. But the best thing about this 4-pack is that it's not just 4 standard Rebel Fleet Troopers. They've made them all different, and they have also included Captain Antilles, which is awesome. The figure itself does look just like a repaint of a Rebel Fleet Trooper, but that doesn't bother me whatsoever. To get Captain Antilles was a major bonus. The other 3 troopers are all different, which is great, so you do get the one that was included in the Tantive 4 playset, with the other 2 being repainted to add diversity to the set. I'm very happy that we are getting this, because as I said, it does complement that Stormtrooper pack and the Tantive 4 playset perfectly. Now that was it for actual reveals, so we now move on to 4 figures revealed as pipeline figures. Now these included ARC Trooper Jesse, which is the final figure that we needed from the ARC Trooper 3 pack. He'll be released on a single card. We also got a pipeline of the 332nd Clone Trooper from the Clone Wars, which I'm super excited about. Really happy that they're doing this one. No doubt it will probably be a repaint of the 501st figure, but it's still a welcome addition to the line. Next, we had a Super Commando Captain from the Clone Wars, which sounds awesome and will go very nicely with the upcoming Death Watch Mandalorian. And finally, the Mandalorian in Trooper disguise for Morak, which is another highly requested figure. So all in all, some pretty good pipeline reveals, and I just can't wait to see them when they actually reveal the figures themselves. And to round off the Vintage Collection, they revealed a new wave of reissues. So these are repacks of older figures designed to get new collectors into the line and are on top of the mainline releases, so they're not taking away from anything else. These included Anakin Skywalker VC-80, which is the small Anakin Skywalker from Episode 1. We have Mace Windu, which is VC-35, which I am very pleased with because I do actually need that figure loose. So that's a great one for me. Obi-Wan Kenobi VC-31. Now I do believe that both him and the Mace Windu figures have been given new cloaks which are better fitting, which is also nice as well. And finally, Ahsoka VC-102. Now this one's a bit controversial because at the end of the day, I don't actually think that this figure's that great. And it was repacked in the 3.75 inch black series, so the figure itself is quite easy to get. To me, the reason that they've done this is because the secondary market price for a carded VC102 has just got completely out of control. £700 or $1,000 or whatever it was for a VC102 was just absurd. So finally, people will be able to get this figure on that card back without having to pay extortionate prices. Okay, let's turn our attention to the Black Series. So the Black Series will also see a Mandalorian build-up pack with the Spider from Season 2, Episode 2. Once again, the leg has been updated to match his armour from that point in the show. You also get Grogu, but unlike the Vintage Collection, you only get the one Spider. Still a very cool set, making use of that Mandalorian sculpt once more. Next up, we have the Nomad Boba Fett, which looks awesome. I cannot wait for this to be created in the Vintage Collection, but Black Series collectors can start looking forward to what looks like a great figure. Really digging the head sculpt on this one. I think they've got that one nailed. Next up, we have Cobb Vanth, another amazing looking figure and another one I would like in the Vintage Collection. This for me was probably the pick of the Black Series reveals. I think the likeness is on point and they have the paint apps for his outfit perfectly recreated in figure form. One to look forward to for sure. Moving on to Miggs Mayfeld in Trooper disguise. Now I admit I would have preferred this over the Mandalorian version in the Vintage Collection, but I think it's just a matter of time that we'll probably get both in both lines. The Black Series version has captured Bill Burr perfectly, and what's not to love about the green Trooper armour. We also saw some Galaxy's Edge exclusive multi-pack, including a General Hux set, which includes a very cool looking First Order AT-AT driver. Really nice looking figure with a great design. Also included is an R5 astromech droid painted black and red that looks pretty cool, and a mouse droid. Another set revealed was a creature set which included 2 Kowakian monkeys, a Mynock, some Porgs and a Bogling. Again, a pretty nice set, especially if creatures are your thing. And finally, a droid set which includes K2SO, a battle droid, a newly sculpted pit droid and Babu Frick. Quite a random set I must say, but these are designed to be sold in the parks, with tourists picking them up when they visit. The Black Series was also treated to some pipeline figure reveals, and these included the prison security droid, which I am insanely jealous of. I would love one of those in the Vintage Collection. We also saw Figurine Dan, which will complement the Cantina set very nicely. And finally, Princess Leia from the Ewok Village, which is another one that, you guessed it, I would like in the Vintage Collection. So there you go, plenty to look forward to over the next couple of months, with the promise of more reveals in the Bring Home the Bounty campaign before the year is out. So finally, we move on to the HasLab Rancor. Now I wasn't sure if I was going to back this, and I must admit I'm still undecided. It looks insanely cool and is as big as I expected. Maybe too big for my modest collection room. It will retail at $349.99 in the US or $329.99 in the UK, and at the time of recording this video it has already got over 1,000 backers and it's only been live a few minutes. The funding target is 9,000 with the promise of stretch goals to come. So let me know in the comments if you're going to back this. As I say, I'm a little bit undecided, but what I would say is it does look really good. They mentioned that it's got like butterfly, shoulder joints and things like that. Figures can fit in the mouth. It really, really does look good. So let me know in the comments if you're going to back it. Alright then guys, that's it for all of today's reveals. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like. Thank you so much to my members and Patreons for the continued support. Thank you all for watching, and we shall see you on the next one.